red, right at the beginning, the king of colors, 3 times 3 times 3. Then the next 3 letters divide by 3. Then the next 3 letters divide by 3. And then the last 3 letters divide by 3. I'm not joking, folks. This is a king brand, Orville Redenbacher's. And like, if you try this popcorn, you'll never settle for anything else. And of course, white cheddar divides by 3. We saw that the other day, and it's like ridiculously good. That's the flavor of this guy, white cheddar. But Orville Redenbacher's, I would say, is the king of popcorn. And I love that brand. It's personal. It's got, you know, a human face on it. And the guy just looks awesome. Like, you just get happy, like, looking at this product. You're just like, man, I just want to be like this guy. Like, living in a theme park, like, making popcorn for people. You know? But try it, man. You can chug this stuff, and it helps you drink more water, and but it's just so loaded, it's ridiculous. Like, Orville contains the letters love, and then another 2 letters that divide by 3, making another half a love. And then Redenbacher's, every 3 letters in a row divides by 3. Red, 27, ENB, 21, ACH, 12, ERS, 42. It's just insane. And you can tell. I encourage you to, in particular, get this white cheddar. And in the bright red bag. Red is the king of colors. Red is the king of colors. By Divine Ordinance, folks. Once you know, you're just like, okay, I gotta shoot for the red products first. I mean, the guy even has a red bow tie. I mean, how can you not get happy when someone's got a red bow tie? You're like, okay, this is a fun person. I mean, remember as a kid, we used to smuggle our own food items into the movie theater? We were really bad, man. We would wear snowboard jackets, like regardless of what time of year it was, wear snowboard jackets with like cans of pop, like stuffed in the inside pockets to get into the movie theater with our own food. It was bad. Slash awesome. I think it was just our parents' insane like frugality, you know, with 5 kids and all that stuff. But no, we did it because we liked our own food and we wanted to be in control, made sure we got enough. But I would seriously pull that off again at this point in life. Pull out the old snowboard jacket, nice big poofy one, and hide a bag of Orville Redenbacher's on the inside, 1 per wing, and just get myself into that movie theater with the best popcorn of all time. And just know that as I sit there with my date, with my wife, if I get married at some point, that I am consuming the best popcorn of anyone in the theater. Thank you very much. Orville Redenbacher's, as red can be. And I love the fact that Redenbacher starts with the word red. Ordained by heaven, folks. And then look at the letters, the 2 letters that are larger. The R and the O, both divide by 3, 15, 18, add to make 33. And then the E and the S knit together as well to make 24 AAA. And then the L and the R knit together to make, 30. It's like bookended with 3s. Kings start for 3s. It's like, this is the heavenly brand, folks. It's ordained by heaven. Run down to Orville Redenbacher's and buy. Buy equals sell equals trade equals 48, a double of AAAs. I mean, how can you not love someone with the name Orville? Can you find love in Orville? It's the most love-filled name there is. If you have a son and you want him to be a happy Walt Disney type guy, name him Orville. He'll just be so full of love and happiness. You'll just be like, man, this kid is like theme park, master. Look at Orville. Love, staring you in the face, plus an I and an R, which is another half a love. Orville equals love plus half a love. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Like, was this guy happy? Was he in love? Oh yeah. Is the love spilling over into future generations and our lives as we consume his popcorn? Oh yeah. Have a son, name him Orville. Red, king of colors. You can eat this stuff for a lifetime. I mean, I'm eating this stuff for breakfast. It's 6:53 in the morning, people, and I'm happy. The old theater smuggle. We would bring like a bunch of cans of pop on the inside of our jackets. Usually like some Twizzlers. There's another red one. Skittles, chocolate. But this popcorn tastes better than any other. Orville, bed and Bockers. Alright, one more. So, what else do we want to solve today? This was awesome. Red equals ball. And the famous words made in China. Why is everything made in China? Why is there so much made in China text everywhere in this universe? Because made in China is so stunning for the number 3. In 3 words it adds to like 111 perfectly, I believe. First 3 letters divided by 3 is 18 plus, so that's 24 plus another 36, 60 plus 18. Oh, it's 81. Made in China is love plus half a love. Let's find love in made in China. Because it's everywhere. That text is everywhere on products all over the universe. Made in China adds to 81, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 in 3 words. But let's find love in made in China. Red equals half a love. Ball equals half a love. Made in China, which is what is written on this red ball, is love plus half a love. So let's just find love in made in China. Made, and of course China loves the color red more than any other color, and their flag is fully red. So once these revelations make their way into China, you're going to see so much chaos it's not even funny. There's over 1 billion Chinese people that are nuts about the color red as I speak. Okay? So if you know any Chinese people, in particular Christian, that understand that Jesus is the center of all things, to get them started on this, forward this video to them. So let's find 9s here. I is 9, I is 9, H and A is 9, M and N is 999. Wow, this is just glaring. D and E is 9. Wow, I'm starting to get like a broken record here. And then A and C is another double 9. That was ridiculous. Let's write them all down on this section of the board here. Yeah, you can see that just fine. And you can hear my voice just fine. So, we have, well, let's do it in the order I did it. 9, 9, 999, 27, 9, actually I found that other 9 first, and then 9, 9, 18. Do we have all 9 9s accounted for? Because that's what it adds to, 9 times 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I added one more. There's one too many there. So there. That's amazing. 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus double 9 plus triple 9 equals 9 times 9. Made in China. Now, the old jelly bean jar guess from grade school. Kids, how many times in the universe do you think the text "Made in China" exists? In the entire universe. Like, I'm talking every printed piece of cardboard, every printed piece of electronics, every printed piece of plastic. How many times, kids, in the entire world, which is God's stage, do you think these exact letters "Made in China" are written? The old jelly bean jar guess. Well, now it's world sized. How many times? Well, God knows the exact number. I would estimate well over 100 billion times. Well over. Probably over 1 trillion times. Okay? Well, we just solved it in every case. 9 plus 9 plus triple 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus double 9. So all you have to do to find love is just get 54. So, you know, you can pull off this 27 as a half a love left over. And then the rest equals love. Easy. Just, you know, 6 nines, of course, is 54 love. And then you can find it in 27s, you know. So 3 27s, very easy. 9 plus 9 plus 9, 27, 27, 27. Made in China. 27 plus 27 plus 27. Love, you know, love plus half a love perfectly. And I'm telling you, this was ordained by heaven. I was not planning on preaching on this. I came home, so I can tell you the story. I came home and how God works and how it's all foreordained for you. Okay? I came home from shopping at Superstore, buying over $200 and 9 bags of red merchandise, which we all preached on yesterday. I put the stuff in my coach house here, went over next door, and my younger brother Jonathan, you know, after about 5-10 minutes of transacting with other family, or I came back in there, and anyways, he's holding this red ball in his hand. I know that red equals ball, and that I'm making a movie on a red marathon, and that's what I was led to do in the morning. I asked him if I can have the red ball, and of course he says sure, and lo and behold, red equals ball, and Made in China is a triple of that, a triple of red, and we just solved it. It's like the most obvious simple red item that you could start preaching a glory fest on for the glory of the Triune God. So this ball is now very famous in world history. I should sign it, put the date on it. There it is. Okay. So, and this was a total favorite from yesterday. It's very healthy to have a review. It's very relaxing. You know, just like you do in school. The very cherry Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly, E-L-L-Y equals love. Jelly Belly. Love plus 12 in front. And this is what gets me about the universe, folks, is every single one of these Jelly Bellies has the name Jelly Belly written on it. Like, that is how passionate everyone is about their name. The name is king. Have you noticed that everyone just wants to have the right name? Oh, I want to have a good name. I want to be respected. I want our brand to be respected. I want my family name to be honorable. I want to have a job title that has a good name that I feel good about. I want to do activities that I'm proud to speak about. It's all names. Everything has a name. Your job has a name. Your title has a name. Your equipment has names. Your activities have names. Your colors have names. Numbers have names. Your wife has a name. Your kids have a name. But all the names have numbers, and God is sovereign, and He takes the glory for everything using numbers. It's that simple. But on every Jelly Belly is written the name Jelly Belly. So no one gets to put this in their mouth without seeing the name Jelly Belly, and they can do the math on it, one by one. Now that's awesome. Folks, if we, made in God's image, have that kind of passion for the name, and that kind of attention to detail, how much passion do you think Jehovah God has for His name? And His name being studied, and spoken of, and propagated, and shared all over this universe. Well, just look at the story of the church, folks. It's the biggest name. Jesus has always been and always will be the biggest name in all of world history. Okay? Whether men know it or not, and that's the amazing revelation of all this number stuff. The angels know all this stuff day and night. Blessed are you if you are watching this video and you are seeing these things. Okay? But the angels understand all this, and they never stop worshiping God day and night, saying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, the whole earth is filled with His glory." And they must worship God using the word holy 3 times. Because God insists on the number 3 every time. Holy, holy, holy. Because God is 3 persons in love. Holy, holy, holy. And holy equals 60. So they go 60, 60, 60. And a holy chain linked with another holy is H plus Y equals 33. So holy, holy, holy is chain linked with 33s with, love at center. Oh well. And so you can just keep saying holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. That's what the angels do in an unending river of 3s. Because that's what this universe is. That's what the story of God is. It's an unending river of 3s. Literally, just like that cereal box called the Red River. The river never stops flowing day and night. Half of love, love number 18. But I'm marveling in particular, this is a personal testimony, how I noticed that my specific personal taste buds are finding such joy in these 3 stamp findings, like the very cherry red Jelly Belly. It's like, this is like the favorite flavor for my personal taste buds. But I also believe for most human taste buds. And never forget that all of this was carved with a red expo marker. And red divides by 3, expo divides by 3, and marker divides by 3. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. By the way, Adidas is very easy to solve. A plus 1 in front, S plus 1 in back, and then you've got the famous word dad in the middle. God is our dad. Dad equals 9 perfectly. And that is flanking an I, which is 9. The only letter in Adidas that divides by 3. It's very obvious. Very easy. And of course, Adidas is the famous 3 stripes. And that phrase, 3 stripes divides by 3, just like 3 bands divides by 3. Just like 3 bars divides by 3. Okay? So, very good. Oh, you know what? Continuing on with our red fest, let's just solve a few famous red cars. What guy doesn't love a red car? That all divide by 3. A red, and you can study these for yourself, this will be a homework assignment if you want to, okay? A red Corvette divides by 3. And remember, Chevrolet equals Corvette equals love plus love. Ordained. Red Corvette divides by 3. Red Dodge Viper divides by 3. I love the string Dodge Viper. Red Dodge Viper divides by 3. Red Porsche divides by 3. The word Porsche divides by 3. Red Ferrari divides by 3. That's a really obvious one. Ferrari has every letter dividing by 3 plus EA6. So a red Ferrari divides by 3. The official color of Toyota, the number 1 car brand in the world, is red. And Toyota divides by 3. Let's study that one in 6 letters. Mitsubishi is a very famous red car brand with 3 red diamonds that make a triangle. And then 3 diamonds in text divides by 3. Mitsubishi is a very fun word, so loaded with 9s, it divides by 3. So a red Mitsubishi divides by 3. And those are some of the king sports car like classics, like a red Ferrari, a red Corvette, a red Porsche. I mean, those 3 alone should whet your appetite to, you can dig into the world of cars and solve more in that department. And I'm telling you, Langley is a total heaven for this project. It's ordained by God. This is just numbers central. This is the numbers and world product capital of the world. Come to Langley, BC, Canada if you want to be in the numbers hotspot. Our streets are numbers, and they're perfect. Like I say, folks, I grew up around 201 Street by Divine Ordinance, which is the full birth name of all the famous people in history. Neil Armstrong, Walt Disney, Chuck Yeager, Heitor de Silva Costa, Hans Zimmer, Bill Gates. And I still, 1 block away, I walk down 201 Street into downtown Langley. Come to Langley and walk 201 Street. Come to Langley. There's such heavenly order for the numbers here. And another thing I keep passing, I passed it again this morning when I drove early last night. By the way, if we were to spell the word airport according to the British spelling of aeroplane, A-E-R-O, followed by port, we would have love plus love perfectly. I think we should do that. That'd be awesome. As I drove past the Surrey Museum, I saw 3 flags. Oh, and again, this is everywhere. I'm seeing it everywhere now. You got to come to Langley and see this, folks. When I came to the, in 2 places, the gym where I work out just up the street, it's called the Langley Events Center, and the weight room is the Willoughby Community Center, which divides by 3. But they have a roundabout at the entrance of this community center. This is really funny. A roundabout with signs declaring the roundabout that have 3 arrows in a circle. 3 arrows. Well, arrow divides by 3, so 3 arrows divides by 3. And of course, those are the famous 3 arrows of like a recycling symbol. It's obvious. So when you speak 3 arrows, it divides by 3. And God used this concept of 3 arrows in the Bible with a prophet. You know, there's a story that involves 3 arrows, but 3 arrows divides by 3. It's a road sign for a roundabout. It's also a recycling bin sign. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle. 3s. And by the way, all those 3 words knit together to divide by 3. But at the center of this roundabout, at the entrance of Langley Events Center, which is a big, beautiful, it's the biggest recreation venue in Langley, there are 3 flagpoles in a perfect equilateral triangle. Okay? The one is for Canada, the one is for British Columbia, and the other one is for Langley. The flag of Canada, the flag of British Columbia, and the flag of Langley. And so, like I've preached many times, you add together those 3 jurisdictions, and the total divides by 3 perfectly. Canada is 24 AAA, and then Langley plus British Columbia divides by 3. So literally, you've got one word that divides by 3. You've got one word, let's see which one it is. Langley is +1. British Columbia is +2. And an easy way to remember that is the abbreviation BC has the same offset as British Columbia. And BC is simply a 2 plus a 3. I mean, really obvious. And what's really cool about that is when you say, now study that, like cram that whole thing into a computer, you'll get so many beauties, it's not even funny. It starts with L, which divides by 3, of course. For example, the chain link between Langley and BC is YB, which is 27. 3 times 3 times 3. Langley, BC. Okay? But I love visual things. I'm a visual person. I love the beauty of the world. That's why I go out into the real world and I actually buy the physical products. And I love staring at, you know, the beauty of Orville Redenbacher's and the graphic design and the visuals of it. And that's why I actually buy and bring home a dozen roses, you know, so we can appreciate the beauty of it while we solve the numbers on it, you know, and the smell. So when you come to the large Langley Event Center, there's the big three flagpoles. One for Canada, one for BC, one for Langley, and they're beautiful flags. Like once you know this is the hot spot and this is the place where the numbers revelations all began, you're like, man, I just want to look at those 3 flags because they're all very unique. The flag of Canada, big, you know, red and white. Flag of British Columbia, more intricate, with all these, you know, the sunset, the white and blue stripes, white plus blue divides by 3. You can see all the colors on all. And then the sun equals love at the bottom, and then the flag of Langley is very different. It's like green and white and blue with yellow, and its colors like divide by 3. Okay, green plus yellow divides by 3, and white plus blue divides by 3. Those are the colors of the Langley flag. But you have 3 flags describing 3 levels of locality. I've just solved the mystery of all addresses and why we have countries. And why we have prime ministers over those countries. And then secondly, why we have states and provinces, and why we have governors or premiers over those jurisdictions. And then finally, why we have towns and cities or villages, and why we have mayors over those jurisdictions. So there's 3 layers. There's 3 layers to what God has ordained in this story. Okay? There's the national layer, there's the provincial or state layer, and then there's the city or town locale. And that's where all the love is, in your hometown, your local city. Okay? And but there's 3 components. That's why when we write if you write any address in this world, if you want to send something to anyone on earth, you write those 3 things: country, the region or state or province, and then the city or the town. 1, 2, 3. But come and look at the 3 beautiful flags. Like the beauty of the design, the artistry, and you'll just be like, yep, foreordained. And those 3 flags, I'm seeing them all over the place. And when the township does an opening ceremony, they always bring those 3 flags. So I recorded this the other day. Roteley Park, opened right across the street, equals love plus love plus love by Divine Ordinance. And I used the basketball court, which equals the same number, love plus love plus love. That's the first thing I did when I went there, because I love shooting hoops. But when they did the grand ceremony for the park, they bring out those 3 flags. 1, 2, 3. And then they're sitting outside the Langley Event Center. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm noticing this. And then again, of course, they're sitting outside of the town hall or city hall. 1, 2, 3. And then they're sitting out again outside the Surrey Museum. 1, 2, 3. So, and then even our license plates in British Columbia have 3 plus 3 letters and digits. You know, it's like our postal codes in Canada are 3 plus 3, mixing letters and numbers, and you can solve them all. It's just like click, boom. It's like there's the revelation. Everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be, according to God's word and for His glory. So what else do we want to preach on? Oh yeah, I want to share details. I'm going to erase all this. I love just doing marathons. Starburst, I honestly want to leave on, because that is just amazing to me. That is so cool. And I may go out and get some Starburst today. And I encourage you to actually prove it to yourself that red is the king of colors by going and buying your favorite bag of candies and noticing that, by and large, red is always the best flavor. Okay. So, I just want to preach on a personal ordained gem that happened on May 9th, which is 2 days ago now, when I went to Trinity Western University. I shared this already in a previous video, but by Divine Ordinance, there were 3 drinking stations at this Fiesta, and Fiesta divides by 3, being F plus love. There were 3 drinking stations that were colored according to the primary colors, which I know divides by 3. This was red, this was yellow, and this was blue. And then, miracle of miracles, the drinks inside were lemonade, and this was water, and this was iced tea. Okay. Red and yellow and blue knit together to divide by 3. Red divides by 3, yellow is plus 2, blue is plus 1. The 3 primary colors by Divine Ordinance. Now, these 3 drinks knit together to divide by 3. And I'm doing all this while I'm there, because it's that easy to do in your mind. As if that wasn't good enough, lemonade divides by 3, just like red. So red and lemonade knit together to divide by 3, because both divide by 3. Water is plus 1. Well, that knits together perfectly with yellow to divide by 3. Iced tea is plus 2. Well, that knits together perfectly with blue to divide by 3. So the whole thing was knit together perfectly in every way to divide by 3. Ordained by heaven. And by Divine Ordinance, I sat down, okay, at the table that was closest to this drinking station. and I was using it frequently. And miracle of miracles, no joke, folks, I solved all this in my head. And God just reveals it to me, that He ordained this to be there for my encouragement and for His glory in this whole numbers thing. But no joke, folks, I took a glass and got equal portions of each of these beverages in a single drink. And it was the tastiest combination there was, because the lemonade was very sweet, very sugary, sippable, but not chuggable like I like to get. Chuggable. I don't want too much sugar. I like to chug more water and don't have too much sugar. So the lemonade with a bit of water, this is all chilled, lemonade with water was definitely better. But then when you add iced tea to the party, then you get that perfect blend of, you got the sweet sugary lemonade flavor, somewhat a touch of fruitiness, and then the iced tea is just that, words can't even describe it. It's sort of that chill, slightly bitter, interesting aftertaste of iced tea that we all love. But when you mix them all three of them together, it was the perfect combination. And so literally, I took a glass, just like a chemistry person, and I literally took 1/3 from this tank, 1/3 from this tank, and 1/3 from this tank, and it was the perfect beverage. Ordained by heaven. Ordained by heaven. And then at this same Fiesta at Trinity Western, there were 2 carnival games that they had there that both equal 84 by Divine Ordinance. The one was called ladder golf, which equals 84, and the other was called pig racing, where they have these mechanical toy-like pigs that you put on tracks and you send them off on a race and just really see who wins randomly. But it was sure a lot of hoopla and hilarious fun. But by Divine Ordinance, they both divide by 3, equaling the same number. Too obvious. But I really wanted to diagram. I shared this one before in a previous video, but I really wanted to get a diagram of it on the board so you can appreciate the beauty of it and do the math yourself on it. And this can be studied by people in more detail and see what else was ordained in this divine miracle, this setup here. It was a Mexican-themed fiesta celebration, and so they chose the colors red plus yellow plus blue. Bold, Mexican-y, and Mexico equals Jehovah, Mexican equals the same thing. But that was, these two were stars of the whole thing. So that's too awesome. I want to share that. Okay, we're probably going to take a break right now and just keep going on this awesomeness.